we go.
Look at the booba transition.
Oh, that looks so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is not how I wanted. I was just like my nose is running.
Oh, it's okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
for those that are here, welcome to another episode of Babble the Boba. Today we have Eros. Yay! Would you like to introduce yourself, what you stream, your pronouns, your name, all that jazz?
Everything. Oh,
Yeah.
there's geese. I love it. Okay. My name's Eros. At least that's what most people call me anyways. Some people do call me Yi if you actually know me in real life. I don't mind either or. My pronouns are actually all over the place. You can call me whatever the heck you want. So I don't mind if you just randomly mess up or something. But I do use they and them a lot because it's there. So I stream sometimes, very rarely now because I'm so busy. But I mostly stream Valorant and I draw stuff. And sometimes I just play whatever. I usually play really niche games. Like games like Nancy Drew or I play educational games because it's kind of fun, like Jumpstart and stuff. I don't actually do that right now. I haven't done that yet, but I have played Liberty Kids because I I just had a nostalgic kick and I want to play it. So, yeah, I just do whatever the heck I want. Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite boba flavor and your childhood snacks or whatever?
Oh my god. I don't actually drink bubble tea that much. I call it bubble tea because it's what I grew up with. If anything, I like it plain without the bubbles. I don't enjoy the bubbles. If it's there, I'll drink it. Like, but I prefer lychee jellies or like the grass jellies. I sound like an old person, but
No,
yeah,
no,
I
I
usually...
don't even like the pearls, though, bro.
Oh god,
don't judge
okay.
me. No, don't cancel me, please.
Oh my god, I don't like the pearls that much because like it's good, but you know there are other things out there. But
Yeah, exactly.
I do like mangoes a lot, but I generally try to go for normal flavors if it doesn't make me sick because cold bubble tea makes me sick. Warm bubble tea is fine. I'm a weirdo.
Interesting.
Yeah,
No,
I like
no,
drinking
no.
hot tea a lot, so
No, understandable. They do offer hot bubble tea.
yeah, it really helps my stomach. I have a sensitive stomach, so
That is okay.
yeah. But so childhood snacks, I like a lot of things, and I'm uh shoot, my mom's cooking, like whatever the heck she cooked, like I don't know, like stuff like scrambled eggs with like what is it? With like tomato.
A
I wouldn't say I
classic
would.
Asian
Yeah,
dish or
I would
Chinese
not.
dish.
I would not say that's like that's like an easy dish to make. But I also like to. I like to eat.
Did you eat
I didn't
the
eat as much junk
Hoflakes?
food as I thought I did. I occasionally did like the onion rings and stuff, but they come in periodic times. So like sometimes I feel like that, and sometimes I don't. So I ate snacks, like dried prunes or something. I don't know what they're called. They're like kind of salty
No,
or
I think I
sour.
know what you're
They're
talking
good.
about. I think my grandma loved those.
Hi.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to kill
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. That's just how it is, you know. So yeah.
Did you have like I think they're called Hoflakes. They're like a
Oh
red
yeah.
disc.
I only eat them sometimes though, but I like eating like dried mangoes and like all these dried yams. They were so good. I was kind of a weird kid. I ate stuff that was like most naturally not for kids, but yeah.
Not even the white rabbit candy?
I ate those a lot. I forgot about those because I haven't had those in a while. Because the white rabbit candy that they sell now is kind of shit.
Really?
I think so. They changed their flavor. Their flavors changed.
Oh shoot! I didn't.
Yeah,
notice.
I grew up with. I ate that stuff a lot, so I can tell when flavors change just slightly. Like for example, Sprite, they actually changed their flavor.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes awful now. When I was younger, it tastes like Sierra Mist, which is I learned recently. It's basically the Sprite of America. It's what I remember Sprite tasting like. And then when I grew up, I'm like, ew, Sprite tastes gross. Also, same with chocolate ice cream. Yeah, I sound like yeah, everything tasted
Interesting.
so different when I was younger. It was so much better. Now it's
Wait,
like
have you had Haagen-Dazs chocolate ice cream? Because I feel like Haagen-Dazs makes good ice cream at least.
I like their French vanilla and their coffee ice cream and their ice cream and their ice cream. I mean their strawberry ice cream.
Ooh, their
That's good.
strawberry ice cream
It's so
slaps!
good. It's so good.
Have you had
Yeah.
their matcha ice cream? It's actually really
N
good.
no, I don't eat matcha that often actually. I get
Understandable.
sick. You know, like the Yihei thing
Kind of.
or like the Leung and all that stuff
Is
with the
it?
Chinese people.
Oh, is it like you can't? It's like you can't eat cold stuff, basically.
I can't. No, it's not just cold stuff. It's for me. It's certain foods like green tea. If I eat too much of that, I immediately go. I get really lightheaded. And I'm dizzy,
Oh
and
no.
there's seaweed and like a lot of stuff. Like I eat it, and then my blood sugar just decides to be like, "Hi, goodbye." It
So
goes
you can't
away.
have umami stuff then?
Pardon?
Can you not have umami stuff because you said seaweed?
I can't. It's like if I eat too much of it.
Ah, too much of
I love.
anything though is
Yeah,
not
too
a good
much.
thing.
I can't eat too much of anything. It's so sad. I like eating so many things, but I can't. So
Sag.
yeah,
It's okay.
it's yeah. I'm just not made for this planet.
Oh no. Don't
Yeah, I'm not
say
made.
that. What are your hobbies and interests?
I don't do anything. I fucking swear, man. Like ever since I got like working into a job and everything, lately I haven't been doing anything. I haven't had time to do it or had the energy to do it. So I just literally sit here, watch YouTube sometimes, watch movies or like shows with friends online. Sometimes I just spend my time sleeping. I used to play games a lot, and I know I miss it, but yeah.
But don't you cosplay?
I forgot that's a hobby, but that's only like once in a blue moon, like
Oh,
every few months.
thank you for following. Oh.
Oh, it's Froggy. Hello.
It's so
Yeah.
your community. Yay!
We play Valorant together.
Thank you for supporting our friend here, Eros.
Mm.
What first got you into streaming then?
What got me into streaming was I just felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I remember the time when we didn't have any conventions or
Yeah.
anything.
The
Yeah, we didn't have
panorama.
conventions. We didn't have anything. I managed like Butler Cafe and like I used to work in May cafes and stuff, and I found that really, really, fun. And cause it gave me time to like plan out cosplays. It gave me something to do, and eventually it's just like, man, I don't know what else to do, and I'm like, but I miss like performing in a way and like entertaining and like making people laugh in a way because I know it can be like really stupid sometimes. So I decided to stream. It took me a while, I'm not gonna lie. It did take me a long while to just um start streaming because I was like, oh man, this stuff doesn't look good, that doesn't look good, and everything. But it took me like 3 weeks to draw up like a PNG. I'm like, okay, I'll use this. But then I decided to be like, okay, I'll just start because somebody else was like, you should just start. And I'm like, okay. And I just started test streaming 3 times. Like apparently Twitch counted those as stream. And then I just kept going. Used to stream every single day. For those people who have been there since last year of May, like I was streaming every single day,
Oh
basically.
gosh, I
For
remember last year of May too, because I streamed every day in
yeah,
May, and that was a
and
struggle.
it wasn't that bad actually. I had fun. Then I did that for 4 months, like 4 or 5 months straight,
Damn,
and until I got busy, until I
I could
couldn't
barely
do
do
it
it
anymore.
for a month, so I applaud you very much.
It was great. It was fun. I liked meeting all the different people, and I did feel like I did make some friends from that, which was great. But then my financial situation got really bad, and that
Mm,
wasn't on me. That was on the system.
mm.
So so then I had to stop streaming, which was sad. Like
Oh.
I had to stop more. Like I had to stream less and less and less. And now I stream even less, but like that's because like I don't have the energy, unfortunately. I'll get it again, just not right now. So
Yo, I don't even have a
yeah.
consistent schedule. I feel like I should. Because
Streaming every day. People out there who manages a full-time job and stream at the same time, like they're real superheroes in my opinion. Like those people have
yes.
so much extra energy to expend even after taking rest. They still feel so rested. I'm like, man, I wish I had that.
Me too. I feel
Yeah.
like I need eternal rest.
Eternal. I know. I feel like that, man. Yeah.
So what do you like streaming the most? Or like what do you like about streaming the most? Sorry, that's what I meant.
Oh, I like talking to people. I like meeting people. That's the fun part. I like it when there's always somebody in my chat to talk to. That's great. Like, even though
Yeah.
I'm not like one to be like super talkative, like I actually get really tired often.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I like it when there's somebody new to talk to, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And I guess like I enjoy it when people find my streams entertaining or something like that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But mostly why I stream is because like I just wanted to play games, and I wanted to show people games I play mostly.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing, because like I know a lot of people here are playing Valorant. Like I play Valorant too, but
Mm-hmm.
um I noticed that not a lot of people play games I've played before, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like it was stuff that I grew up playing. Like for example, Nancy Drew. That was on like a very old game system. Not really. It was on like an old computer system. Star Wars KOTOR, yeah, that was one of them. Like I wanted to show people games that I used to play, which makes me sound really old now that I think about it. But it's like you don't see many people playing retro games nowadays, or they don't dabble in the really niche stuff that they're actually fun to play. Maybe if you're a nerd, but but sometimes they're actually really interesting if you get into it too. There's so many things out there that I personally think I don't have a huge interest in because they make me dizzy. So
Mm-hmm.
I play games that are more, I guess, more chill and more stuff that gives me time to think about stuff and like figure things out. That because then I'm not thinking about whether the graphics are terrible or something. I just think about the story. So, and I noticed that there's a lot of games like that, but a lot of people play horror games. There's other stuff other than horror games, but I can't play horror games. So I'm like, we should just chill out and play whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
If you,
that's
I'm guessing like you like games that have like a good storyline then.
oh definitely. Those
Does-
are best. Sometimes I can't even play
Mhm.
some of them because they're first person though.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I get sick.
Does does Genshin have a good story?
I personally don't think so. I've skipped so many dialogue
Ah.
because of that. Because I like games that gives me progression, but
Mhm.
not like Genshin. Because Genshin's gacha, and I don't like gacha because there's characters that I'm like, I just want to play them. And the games I
Yeah.
like to play are the ones where you can get characters along the way, or you earn them with like currency, in-game currency, by the
Yeah,
way,
I like
not
that
just like
too.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah, not just
bro.
money.
Bro,
And I'm
I
like,
can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get canceled. Like, Genshin's a scam. Don't get into it.
Genshin is a scam, guys. It's not even like a joke. It is a scam. You can't really play unless you have money. Well,
Exactly. That's why I stopped.
some people have gone free to play and they're very lucky. Cool. Good for you. You have the patience to scour primo gems and like keep scooping them up, but I do not have that time because uh mobile games have a notorious monetization system. Ugh,
Yes.
so true.
I
It's so
remember I
true.
used to play this game called Love Nikki, and
Oh my god,
I
me too.
stopped because I realized, bruh, I've spent more money on this game than actual clothes. I have a problem. I
I'd rather buy clothes at
Yeah,
that point,
exactly.
I feel
So I
like.
realized that. I'm like, wait a second. I actually like if I want cute clothes, I'll just buy it, okay?
Yeah.
So I stopped, and like I think I stopped at a good time because at that time I think I already spent like what $100. So I think that
Sometimes
was a
too.
good. I think that was. It's not too bad, right? It's not too bad compared to what other
Yeah.
people spent.
I've actually spent money on 3 different games before. Like three different gacha games, mobile wise. I've spent at least $100 or 150 on each of
Oh
them.
no.
once. That's like my
Mhm.
maximum, and that's when I stop
Mhm.
basically. And I don't know why. Is that every single time I invest money into it, I stop playing.
I feel
Is
like
that
that's a good mindset, kind of like you have that self control, because as you can see, not a lot of people have that self control.
people spend like $1,000?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, did you read that article about how this man, like there was a man who lost $3,000 because his daughter spent 3,000 on Genshin?
Oh my god.
And he had
I
to like
can't.
talk to the bank and be like, "Can I please get my money back? I didn't mean to spend it." And I think
You can't get it back, sir.
he only got back 1,500.
Okay, you know what? That's still good. He
It's
still
still
got back
good,
some.
but he lost 1,500
That's
still.
a lot of money, yo. Like, oh man, why would you let your daughter have that freedom
That's
to
what
like
I'm wondering, bro. That's like your life savings.
life savings would be like hard like be more than that, but maybe,
I don't know.
right?
All I know is that I hope that his daughter and has learned not to spend that money, or that he puts like a restriction of some
Oh
sort.
yeah. I have like a very good advice for people. Don't invest in those RRSPs, those retirement funds that banks give you. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I know this in Canada for sure. It's because I had a family member who invested in it, and if you take money out of it, even when you're retired, it counts as your income for
Oh,
that
what the
year.
heck?
Yeah, or for that month. I don't remember how it worked. I just know it counts as income. So it's kind of a scam.
So honestly, just
RRSPs are
make a
scam.
separate bank account for
Just
retirement.
buy a TFSA, guys. Just that's it.
Oh.
Just a tax-free savings account and put money in there. It's the same
Hmm.
thing. It's literally the same thing. If you if you're already putting money into that and they do it for you automatically, then you, with a brain, should be able to do that, being like, I put money in here and never touch it again.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
smart, guys. We
it's the
learned
same thing.
something new.
Yeah, I learned this from my parents actually because they told me that one of our family members like invested in it. They're like, no, it's a scam. Don't do it. Don't
Mm,
do it. It's not worth it. Because once you reach that age, you can't really take anything out of the RSP either. You literally can't. And you
damn.
can, but it's only for houses, like if you're buying a house or a car.
Mm,
And once because if you're not retired, that's the only thing that they'll allow you to use it for. Once you're retired, they'll count it as your income. Which I think is a scam.
damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't do that. So if you want to start saving money, save like $50 into it. If you don't have $50, put $10. Like put aside any type of money. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later.
Oh
It's
gosh.
good for rainy day funds too, because like if you have the ability to start now, then start. If you don't do it.
Oh
That's it.
gosh, I gotta start mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I started very, very early, so
Okay, and my next question is, what does your routine look like for the day or week?
what?
Your routine. What is it? Daily routine or your weekly routine?
I don't have one. I mean, okay, I do. I wake up at 7. I go brush my teeth. Maybe wash my face if I have time. Brush my hair. Find an outfit that's relatively decent. Wear it to work. I go to work and I work for like 8 hours.
Damn.
Then I come home and then I sleep. That's it.
Oh.
Like sometimes I may come home and watch like movies and stuff, but I
Mhm.
don't have the energy to stream because
Mhm.
I really could, but I when I stream, I want to stream longer. I
Yeah.
just want to I just want to play games longer or do things more, and I don't have the time anymore, and it's so sad. But so that's my daily routine.
Damn.
Yes,
Why is work culture like this?
I know work culture. I feel like if we had a hybrid work culture, that'd be great. But
What's
like
a
you
hybrid
like
work culture?
so a hybrid work culture would be if we both work virtually and we work at home, virtually and physically at the office. I mean, most of us don't want to be there. I know that. I
Mm-hmm.
truly don't. And with the previous generation mostly like running everything, it's kind of hard to fall into that unless they're like willing to be like, okay, let's do a hybrid. But like a lot of the problems with the work is that a lot of workplaces have their own programs that we can't afford as normal people, and sometimes companies don't want to pay for it. So the problem is we we just can't get into that work culture, so they just decided to be like, we're all just gonna work at the office for 8 hours.
That's so
Eight whole.
dumb, because, like, wouldn't you, like, save so much money if you, like, save, what do you call it, if you, like, work at home because you're not renting an office space?
I mean, in technicality, yes, but also like it's more so like it depends on what you're doing. Like for example, I work for a company that does that makes that make things, that makes
Mm.
metal stuff. So they have to have that shop. And they're renting that space to have like a physical like machinery and everything, which I understand. I think offices also create a really good separation for some people because we don't all have the luxury of having an office at home. And working
True.
at home sometimes is actually kind of difficult because you have access to so many things that you don't have the office. You have comfort. And even though you're at home working, some people actually expect you to work for 8 hours that entire day. And
True.
and in my opinion, working for a full 8 hours is kind of impossible. That's my opinion. But yeah.
Man, I wish work culture wasn't so toxic. Where's a country that doesn't have toxic work culture? Maybe Europe? Or continent, sorry, somewhere in Europe.
I guess depends. It depends on where you are in Europe too. But it really does depend because like it really does depend on how your bosses work too.
Yeah.
Like if they allow stuff like that. And you can eventually you can get a like a feel for if you can actually do things or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm technically allowed to take multiple breaks throughout the day because I'm staring at a computer all day, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That I like playing games all day. That's different. That's totally different.
Yeah.
But even then, I do get tired.
Yeah.
Like I'm like doing something else all the time. As long as I get my work done, they generally really don't care as long as you get your work done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know if there's a way to make work culture less toxic. I think it's just we have to find a balance of how do we do this without working 8 hours a week, but we're also earning enough.
8
You know?
hours a day, you mean?
8 hours a week? 8 hours a day. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. It's 40 hours a week. My bad. I'm already tired. So yeah.
I wish, was it... I think a 3-day weekend would be really useful. It's because, think about it. Like, sometimes you don't even have time to rest. Like, you need that weekend to, like, what? Clean your house? Catch up on chores? Do other things? Like,
There's been so many times when I wish there was a 3-day weekend, like every week, because I have to go back to work tomorrow, and now I'm like I'm still tired, and I physically realized at one point in my life I can only work 4 days a week,
mm,
and but I never will get that enough hours in that week to sustain myself to live,
no!
and
That's
that's an
toxic
issue.
work culture!
It's
Ah!
also about it's not even like about toxic work culture, it's also about the pay and the inflation and everything counts into it. The
Everything's
system's bad.
expensive now, which makes me like wonder, like, oh man, like I don't want to live anymore. Oh no, it's so depressing.
It is kind of depressing though, but if you think about it, it's how our life has been. It became to this unfortunately depressing lifestyle, which is so upsetting. And I'm like crying internally and I'm like, I wish I didn't have to do this all the time, but you know, we gotta make money
Yep, we
and
gotta
live.
make that money to live. That's why I'm trying
Yeah.
to like think of like a job that will make me money, and like I won't feel burnt out.
It's kind of hard. I
Yeah,
just
exactly.
decided to go in the office job because I don't move
Mhm.
and I barely have to deal with people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, I want a job that doesn't deal with people, bro. I work in
Mm.
customer service right now, and man, people are so stupid, and it doesn't help that my coworkers are even more stupid.
It really does depend, doesn't it?
Yes.
It really sucks. I can't do anything sometimes because here's the thing, even though you work in an office, you work in a confined space, you don't deal with people outside of that confined space.
Mhm.
You'll deal with people in that confined space.
Yeah.
And I think it's a totally different environment because when you're dealing with people in a confined space that you already know and you see every day, it's kind of like going to school.
Mhm.
It's so strange. It's like you're actually going to school. Because then, whenever you get yearly audits or like they do performance reviews, that's basically the same thing as going to a principal's office.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the
The
same thing.
report card.
They'll like judge you on your work. They'll still like not on your work particularly, but they'll like make sure you're doing things right. And I'm like, it's like you never. It feels like you never actually get out of school. You're never gonna get out of that environment of school, but it's good to keep learning. But the
Mhm.
problem is like it feels like you're never really out of that environment of like I don't know how to say it. You're always gonna be uh I guess judged on your performance a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know how else to say it. That's like how my brain's working right now. I went on rambling mode.
No, it's all good. I understand. Man,
Mhm.
why does this world sound so depressing?
I'm sorry. I actually see the world as like this and it's so sad sometimes, but like
No,
I'm
I agree with you. That's what makes it even more depressing.
I know and like I'm so happy for those people that don't have to see the world like this. But it's unfortunate that there are so many of us that have to see the world like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a depressing world. Sorry that this took a dark turn for the viewers.
No, it's like it's reality.
Yeah.
I'm all about being real. You
Just
can't just you can't live in a world full of like daisies and flowers unless you make it that way.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Oh my gosh. I remember like just like was it I just hate that mentality of, was it work living to work? Because you basically have to work yourself to the bone to like live, and that's I don't
Mm-hmm.
want that, right? Bro, I'm already so burnt out. I've been burnt out since grade 11. That's a long time.
I've been burnt out for a long while too, so and I'm even older than like I may be older than you, I'm not sure.
I
But
think you are.
yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I'm older than a lot of people. It's kind of normal. It's my life now.
Oh, which leads us to our next question. When you feel burnout, how do you pick yourself up again?
I just keep going. I just like,
Oh.
oh man, I just have to make money. Because I get burnt out. It depends. Like, there's a point where I'm like, I'm super burnt out, and there's a point where I can't. I could still keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And that super burnt out phase, once I get there, I'm like, I'm gonna call in. That's it. I'm gonna call in, and I'm not going to work today, or I'm gonna die. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But how I've been dealing with it is unfortunately sleeping. Because I haven't felt recharged in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And but my energy is very dependent on my environment. And if my environment's kind of shitty, then I will never feel fully recharged. I feel like there's always so much I have to do. There's
Mm-hmm.
always so much I have like to fix in like around my living environment to make sure that I'm doing well. So I've never actually felt like I've never found a way for myself to be like, yeah, I'm feeling okay. I've been trying to find ways and I still haven't found a way. I'm like the worst person to talk to about how do you deal with burnout? Because I'm not like one of those YouTubers or like whomever who like, yeah, I just take a self-care day and sometimes I just, sleep it off or I make sure that I have my scented candles, take a bath and stuff. I I wish I could do that, and I wish
Me
it would
too,
work for me,
honestly.
but I can't.
Me
I'm
neither.
always
I
tense.
can't either.
I'm like so tense all the time, and like I don't remember many times that I've just like felt, yeah, this is okay. So, not many. I mean, there are times, but like so far, no. Maybe I need to get a better mattress. I'm not sure, but or a better pillow. Maybe I do need a better pillow. No. Maybe.
Yeah, I've been asking all of the guests here to like this specific question, and like everyone has given me like there's been like what do you call it, consistent answer. It's just like oh doing something different or like hanging out with friends or whatever. But like man, I've tried
Nah,
those.
man, no.
Doesn't
I'm gonna be
work.
real with y'all.
Doesn't work.
Sometimes you can't do that shit, and that's
Exactly.
unfortunate. Sometimes that shit does not work, and that's okay because life is not daisies and roses. Again, unless you make it out to be like that. But your life of daisies and roses might not be my daisies and roses. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
why am I using daisies and roses? I don't even like daisies. But like life is not supposed to be so difficult to the point where you're like dying. But unfortunately, sometimes that's the reality.
Yep.
And anybody, so the people around me also say the same thing. They also say like, "Oh, I take a relaxing bath or I hang out with friends and I feel recharged." And I'm like,
I
"That is
can't
so
do
cool
that.
for you.
Yeah,
That is
that's
so
cool for
great that
you.
you can like go mountain climbing or like you go do something and then you're like, I can do this again." I don't have that energy, and I'm pretty sure I may not be the only one. And I'm so glad for those people who can hustle, who can keep going like that, and
Mhm.
it makes them feel good.
Yeah.
I am not one of those people. I need more rest now than ever, mostly because like if any of you know me, like if anybody that knows me, anybody that knows my history and stuff, they'll know that like I probably need way more rest than anybody, like
Mhm.
in like a certain period of time because like I've been through so many different things, and now I'm super duper tired from all of it. And maybe I haven't been eating well. Maybe it's that. Yes, I could try eating better. Yes, I could definitely try all the things. Maybe I should make a smoothie bowl. Yeah, I should definitely do that. Or do yoga. I've had many suggestions on that, but sometimes I just want to sleep.
Sleep.
And that's basically it. I just want more rest. And like, I know there will be a point where I will be able to get that rest again, but then sometimes I do wonder is like, what happens after that? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, I can do all those things, I can try all those things, but I guess it depends if you've been doing how long you've been doing those things.
Mhm.
How much time have you put for yourself to go and be like I can go hang out with friends, I can go talk it out, I can go for a walk, I can go take a shower or like a warm shower or like a warm bath and do all these things. How long have you been creating that routine for yourself? And how are you able to create that time to make that routine? Because sometimes this is why people stop streaming. People This is why people like take so many big breaks as like YouTubers and content creators. It's because they need that rest.
Yeah.
And it's not that we don't like the people. No, it's not that. It's because we we just need that time to ourselves.
Mhm.
And sometimes we just don't get enough of it because we're going to work. We're hanging out with friends. We're doing all that. That's not putting a lot of time for yourself. And sometimes you do need to put time for yourself to like sit and think about I know a lot of us don't like to sit with our feelings and stuff, but sometimes we need to do that.
Mhm.
And like when you do that for yourself, that's like the nicest thing you can do. Even though yeah, you feel like shit and you feel like you're not doing the right thing, but like in that moment when you do that, you'll start to understand yourself a little bit better. And then you'll realize maybe I do need more rest. Maybe I don't like this job. Maybe I could find something else to do. But like it maybe I do need something else to do. Who knows? But I like spending a lot of time with myself is basically what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's not easy. Not It's really not as easy as like putting some candles out there and taking a bath or like reading a book. Because sometimes those things can be exhausting as well. So,
Oh my gosh, I know I tell myself this all the time, but man, I need to read more.
sometimes we do. So I just read manga. Close enough, you know?
True, but like there's
Mm-hmm.
actually so many like books that I want to read too, but I'm just like, pain.
I do have books I'm supposed to read, but I never did.
It's okay. Let's see. What? Okay, the next question is whatever fails to cheer you up. Is there something that always cheers you up?
I think there's something that always makes me feel content ish,
Sure. We'll go
and
with
that's
that.
food
Yes.
or seal. That's always fun. That's it.
I'm guessing you've seen that video of like the seal like slapping his stomach.
Oh, that one's so cute. I love it so much. I love all these seals. I just love seals. Like, I think just even lying in bed is good. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. Or sometimes I'm just like sitting there watching videos. I guess sometimes when I do hang out with people and watch some movies, I'm like, yeah, this is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I live in like a perpetual state of like one like type of emotion almost. It's not really emotion, but like I guess it's just like a mood where I'm just like, yeah, this is it. And then there are times when I feel like slightly more elated, and then other times when I'm just like, eh, and not no. Or like sometimes I'm just like, meh, this is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically my life. I'm so close. I just feel so happy for those people who can like be like super happy when they do something. And
Mm-hmm.
then and then man, I wish I could do that. I think back when I was really young, when I was younger, I had more. I'm not kidding. When you're in your early 20s, you actually physically do have more energy, and as you grow older, it's like you're deteriorating, and you slowly
Oh
lose that
no.
energy more and more. And the more you
Bruh.
use it, the faster you use that energy. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're so young," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Bruh. I'm in my early 20s and I'm already like dead tired and burnt out. What do you mean?
It's because of the culture we live in, man. It's the system.
No!
We got to.
Are
It's
you
a
saying I'm
system.
gonna be like dead when I'm 30? Yeah, I'll probably be. You know what? Yeah, I'll
We're
accept
pretty
it.
close. I'm pretty close to that, and I'm like, yeah. You when you get to 30, you just chill out, and you relive like early 20 days, but differently.
Oh, that's what I think that's what Taylor Swift basically said cuz like she's 31, 32, sorry, 32, right? And when she was re-releasing Red, she's just like, "Yo, I remember when I was in my early 20s, I was so freaking depressed when I wrote Red. Like, man, I was like crying and confused all the time." And then she's like, "Now I'm 30. I'm literally sipping on mimosas and stuff like that. I'm chilling, bro." And I'm just like, "Wow, is that what 30's being like?" Cuz
Sometimes,
sometimes. I don't know, man.
yeah.
My sister's 30s kind of looking depressing, but we won't talk about that.
Well, it's okay. Here's the thing: you're chill, but you're still depressed.
Mmm, that's pretty sad, man.
Yeah, it
Feels
kind of sucks.
sad, man.
But here's the thing: what you can do when you're 30, you do realize a lot of different things. I'm not 30. I'm still not 30 yet. I talk as if I am. But it's true though. You do realize a lot of different things because I know people who are in their 30s and they all have like they've reached a similar type of mindset that you'll never have in your 20s. And it's the most interesting thing.
Interesting.
I can't describe it. But they all like chill out and they all just decide to be like fuck it.
Ah,
Mhm.
it's different from the nihilistic Gen Z thinking.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 You're right. You're right. I didn't think about it like that.
I feel like a lot of Gen Z people are like, oh, YOLO.
Mhm.
I swear they have no fear of death, but it's just like I still have that. Okay, I'm technically part of Gen Z, but like we won't talk about that. Anyway, I feel like people born like at the cusp of it's like before 2000. and
Mm-hmm.
then between 1995 and 2000, like they're just their own generation at that point. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they have a mixture of the 90s and the 2000s.
Um, yes.
Like they have the
I'm
same humor, like of both
I
millennials
mean,
and Gen Z.
I guess it really does depend too. Because I'm born in 94.
Mm-hmm.
I'm born in September in 94. Maybe that's why I sometimes fit in with Gen Z, but I don't fit in fully. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
grow up like that. And also like I didn't grow up with a computer. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it, most people who were born in 1996 and onwards or like even 1997 and onwards, they were growing up with computers technically.
Mm-hmm.
Like early on in their lives. I didn't get a computer until I was like 14.
Damn.
So like okay, I got a computer, but I was playing like computer games on it, but I didn't get internet till I was 14. So a lot of kids, I think what I want to say is that they're actually growing up with internet.
Yes.
And growing up with internet is totally different than not growing up with internet. And I think not growing up with internet is kind of nice. Not gonna lie. Kind of sucks, but it's also kind of nice because I noticed that it's easier for me to separate from the internet world and just go out and do things by
Mm-hmm.
myself and um and just coming back to the computer and doing stuff with people. I don't know if this has anything to do with the internet, but I noticed that those who like just have been surrounded by people all their lives have a harder time of going out and doing things on their own and I guess putting that phone down. I sound like a fucking grandma. But what I'm saying is that by putting your phone down, it it's like a it's not lonely. It's like it's not boring. And like I grew up like that already. I was bored as a kid anyways. Like I would have been bored with a phone and without a phone. Like that was the thing because um a phone doesn't make anything easier or better. One second, I have to go kill a ant.
Okay.
I have to go kill an ant. That's it. Okay, sorry. I had to go kill that ant, otherwise it was gonna keep crawling around everywhere and that was gonna be really annoying. Anyways, so I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about how like something about
Phones.
not growing up with the internet, and then something about if you had a phone, you'd still be
Yeah,
bored as a
yeah,
kid.
like I don't know what year this happens, but I know a lot of people younger than me, they're used to the internet. And it's so strange. And I think it makes people more jaded early on than it's supposed to. Or woke. I wouldn't say woke is a good thing. It's a good and bad thing. Cool, you're woke. But um I noticed a lot of people were really mean because of the woke culture because they're like, "Oh, when I was this young, I already knew this stuff." It's just like because you have the internet. We had books, guys. We couldn't just look online and like I learned about all these movements, all this stuff happening in the world. We had to watch TV about that. And even then, TV's not good. News is not good in general. Like they're kind of like propagating dumb shit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not accurate. So like I find people too mean nowadays. People are like very harsh.
Mm.
They're harsher than they are back in like the boomer days, I think. I think both generations are harsh anyways. Like how do you not know this? Like we can't. We just all can't. So then like I'm just sitting here like, man, we all need to be nicer to each other. We're not. Now I went on a tangent, I don't know where I'm going with it, but you
It's
know.
okay.
I think the internet's great in a lot of ways. I don't like how I can read all my algorithmic stuff sometimes. Sometimes I find it cool, because then it tells me when I want to buy a seal, and I never buy it, but it tells me where I can buy a seal. That's cool. It gives me interesting videos. That's also cool. But I don't like how people think they can just be mean nowadays. And
The
that's why I don't
cyberbullying?
like about the internet. That's it. I don't know where this stemmed from. This cheering up thing, right? Was that the original question?
Yes.
Yeah, that didn't work out. But like, because like I'm just like I don't do anything. I literally like if you hang out with me every day, you might actually find that I'm kind of boring, but at the same time, I just go out and eat.
Yo, I love
I just
going
go
out to
I
eat. I'm such a foodie too.
yeah, I just like eating. And I just like sleeping.
I feel like when I go traveling, all my money just goes to like trying the restaurants.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be going to Seattle at some point, and I just can't
Ooh.
wait to go and eat seafood.
I'm gonna go to Vancouver soon, so I can't wait to like eat stuff in Vancouver. I love
Oh,
Vancouver.
you can't eat Pacific seafood right now.
Pardon?
You can't eat Pacific shellfish right now.
Wait, why?
There's apparently this bacteria or like this thing that only happens in the summer.
Oh,
And
what?
and when shellfish and crustaceans eat it, it's actually not good for us humans.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot. Just crustacean?
it's just shell type things, I think. But
Aw, man,
so
yo,
the rest
I
will let you
love
know.
crab. Okay,
You can eat Atlantic crab.
okay.
Yeah, Atlantic is okay. Pacific just gets weird weather stuff, you know?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
What the frick? Man, I want soft shell crab.
You can.
I love soft shell crab. It's so good.
I actually like oysters and clam more than crab and shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I can't have shrimp, so I just have crab and lobster.
oh really?
Yeah.
Well then. Are you allergic?
Yeah, I had a bad reaction as a kid, but apparently my parents were like, "Oh, we actually fed you shrimp secretly, and you didn't have a reaction." But I still don't wanna risk it.
Oh my god.
I
That's
know,
not good.
bro.
That's
I
not
feel
good.
like that's such a like. I don't know, man. I feel like I hate how my parents did that. Anyways, the next question is, what got you into cosplay?
Oh. Isn't it funny to say that I just wanted to do it?
No.
Yeah, it's just literally that.
Oh.
When I was young. Actually, no. I think what got me into cosplay fully is the fact that I've always liked dressing up since I was very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
If I could dress up, I'd do it. Every Halloween, I wanted to dress up. I wanted to dress up all the time, but I couldn't. Then when I got older and I had the internet, I discovered cosplay
Mm-hmm.
through like Dynasty Warrior like performances, like those skits
Mm-hmm.
where they did those actual like Dynasty Warriors like stunts and everything. They were dressed up so accurately as a character, and I think one of my first cosplayers I saw was like Reika
Mm-hmm.
as like Sao P from like Dynasty Warriors, like from the Three Kingdoms, and I was like, this looks so cool. I want to do that. And my dad actually bought me my first cosplay. It was a Haruhi Suzumiya cosplay. And I made the headband on my own. I actually wrapped like yellow ribbon on it and I sewed the ribbons onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were like kind of okay with that. But then I wanted to cosplay Byakuya and they wouldn't let me because it was too expensive. So then when I grew older, I still couldn't cosplay. But what I did was what I did was like I decided to join May Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I'm like, I really want to cosplay. And like I really wanted to make a cosplay and I wanted to make my first cosplay. So the first cosplay I ever made was these long ass like furry solde, like this ones on the yukatas, the sleeves. I made those before. One was attached to like this dress I bought somewhere and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna add this dress on there. And I kept that one arm piece and I just sewed it on there with like this one poofy sleeve. And I made another long sleeve and I had it like worn on my arm. And just like that, like I think I just used a sock. That was it. I just used a sock and I cut most of it because it was like a thigh-high sock, and I just cut most of it so it just like fits on my arm like that and just
Mm-hmm.
stayed there. And yeah, that was the first cosplay I made. It was like a dark version of like the Hatsune Miku, like Hatsune Miku. It was like a fan art something. It was
Mm-hmm.
black and red. So then I made it, and I cut off a collar from like a dress shirt, and I had a red tie,
Oh, thank
and
you for following. Sorry.
and I also had it's monkey. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I love how people from your community is here to support you.
Okay.
Thank you. Monkey.
Also, where the fuck was I?
Something about making your cosplay and you cut off a collar.
Yeah, I cut the collar off of like a dress shirt. I
Mhm.
had the tie. I made my own obi too,
Wow.
so that was cool. And then I also made this bow. The bow didn't stay that well. I recently learned there was better ways to make it, but it's still up on my Instagram, like because I wore it to Oda Fest,
Damn,
and that was
time to
pretty cool.
stalk
That was
your
I think that was like one of the
Instagram.
first times I got onto a cosplay AMV too
Wow.
because of that outfit. Yeah.
Time to stalk your Instagram.
I haven't shared to certain AMVs before, and I was like forgot because like I was recently in one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun. I was cosplaying Ning Guang. Oh my god.
Oh,
But my
your
feet hurt.
Ningguang cosplay is so good.
Thank you. I think it's all the makeup. Yeah, that thing would took me so long to put on though, because like I didn't realize that it was gonna take that long to put on.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually lost 3 pieces from that outfit. I need to reattach a tassel.
Mm-hmm.
And I also need to I don't care for these clips. These clips that are on the side of my other side of my outfit, they
Mhm.
fell off. These
Oh,
pins fell off.
you're not the only one who had their Genshin cosplay fall apart. Like my friend who was cosplaying Ganyu, like her cosplay was like falling apart. Like she had
Yeah.
stuff like falling off of her, and like like what was it? I remember like people would point out like, oh my gosh, you dropped your thing. Like it's like the back piece or whatever. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, and we're just like, oh gosh, what do we do now?
Oh my god. I think it's because like the metal pieces
They're
that
really
they
heavy,
made
right?
aren't good. Or they're not good. They just
Yeah.
haven't been not attached well. So like, yeah.
Oh yeah, she had the LED vision, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We couldn't get the stupid battery case to open. Like I tried so
Oh, really?
hard for her, and we're just like, we can't get it open, bro.
You should have given it to me. I would have gotten it open.
But without breaking the case, though.
Yeah. Mine was already glowing.
Damn.
Mine was glowing. Yeah.
Oh, yo. Oh, too bad. My friend like kind of like left because like she wanted to change. Yo, like my friend goes hardcore. She does 2 cosplays in one day, and I'm like, I can barely do one, bro.
Nah, I'd rather just do one. I mean, like, I paid money for it.
Oh, but like,
And I put time in it.
Yeah.
I would wear it all day.
yeah, but oh my gosh, she goes ham. Like on one day, she'll just do like 2. Like it's like the busiest day, right? She likes to do 2 in one day,
Oh.
and I'm just like, damn.
I can't do that. That's
Me
too much
neither.
work. That's too
think-
much work.
I think she only could do it because the place we were staying at was so close to the convention, like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, if you stay at the
No,
the
we weren't even
hotel
at the
close
Marriott,
to
which
the-
is even better.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my god. Were you at like an Airbnb or something?
Yep.
No way. How did you get so close?
I don't know, but our friend is pretty cracked. She's the one who like vouched for it. She's like, yo, we gotta get one 5 minutes away from the convention center.
Oh my god. Is it that tall ass building with like the circular like windows?
No.
No, okay. Because I know that one. That's it. I've been there.
I don't know where it is, I'm gonna be honest.
It's somewhere. It's definitely somewhere.
I just know that that she found a super good location, and we didn't have to worry about transit.
Yeah, no. They always fix the train line on that weekend.
I've noticed.
Yeah, every time. Because they're like, everybody's gone, right? They're gone for a long weekend.
No. Lies.
We still exist. Every year, this happens. You know this, and you still go and fix a train line on this weekend.
Bruh,
You
I
could
don't
pick
know if
any other
you...
long weekend. Any other long weekend. I fucking
Yeah.
swear, bro.
Oh,
But
wait.
no.
Kate, did you go to Otafest when they had it during the Canada Day long weekend?
Oh yeah, that was one of my first ones actually.
I think that was my first one too, actually.
Yeah, it's right when they moved to the Canada Day long weekend. And we had like a bunch of random people coming up to us. They're like, "Oh my God, what's going on here?" And then we're like, "Yep."
Oh gosh, I just remember it being so busy.
There was one year where we had I think they had like a bunch of preachers or something. And how Odafest handled it was the best way possible. They like they blasted the Rosetta Storm on their speakers. It was great. I missed it. That sounded so fucking awesome. It makes me think of like a Gorillaz MV going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I love it. It was like I wish I could have seen it. That
Wait,
would
yeah,
have been
yeah,
fun.
yeah. I remember that year. Was it? It was my first year. Yeah, I wanted to see this voice actor, Todd Havercorn, because he was going to Otafest, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember, yeah, that was the first time I went to Otafest, and like my
Oh.
mom actually like drove me, and she was like finding the hotel. Like she's like, I don't trust the. She's like, man, that Marriott hotel is way too expensive. I found a way better hotel for way cheaper.
Yeah, the Marriott's not that great actually.
Bro, oh my gosh, me and my friend, we got a drink from the Marriott, right? And then
Yeah.
freaking like a week after, I was talking to someone else about like how like me and my friend had this disgusting drink from the bar at the Marriott, and she's like, yeah, the Marriott bar is disgusting. It's not 10 out of 10 would not recommend it. And I'm just like, oh man, I wish we knew this from the beginning.
It's awful. Like I don't like them because like they charge funny.
They charged us $18 for a drink, bro. A cocktail.
And it wasn't even good.
It was not. I think
If it was
it triggered
good.
my friend's immune system because she threw up 3 times that
Oh,
night.
gross.
And then 2 times the next morning. I threw up
There's
the next
so
morning.
many other bars on that entire street that you could have went to.
Oh, we wanted somewhere, we thought, like, we wanted somewhere that was, like, close by the convention, right? We didn't know.
There's
We didn't know any
several
better,
places.
too. 'Cause,
Makes
like,
sense, but
yeah.
there's several other places. If I were to go to a bar, I would go to a bar.
Lol, in cosplay.
I would done it. I done it. I went to the milestones in cosplay.
Oh, yeah! My friends went to Milestones in cosplay,
Yeah.
too.
The Marriott. I know. I know. It's like it's not the best place. I think the Marriott is one of the only places I've found so far that charges by person.
Oh, what the frick?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
'Cause,
they don't charge by room?
It should be by room, right? But once you add another person onto it, it's more expensive.
What the heck?
I'm
Bro!
not kidding.
What's this
not
logic?
kidding. That's what I thought. I thought you're supposed to charge by room, not by like people. But like, I have somebody who's coming here, and they're like, if I had another person, it's gonna be like another $100 for each of us. I'm like, what the fuck?
Then just book it under one person at that point. Just have everyone bring sleeping bags.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's just, oh no, it's not my favorite place.
Disgusting.
But I think the Hyatt does it too.
Damn. I
don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just those expensive places. Who knows?
Hotels trying to milk the money out of
Ugh.
cosplayers and convention goers.
I think just
SMH, bro.
anybody too. Anybody. Ugh.
But like, especially us. SMH.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. My next question is, what is your favorite cosplay?
Up to this point, it's Ningguang.
Hmm.
Quite frankly, because like that was like the one where I'm like, this is the best looking cosplay so far. It's great.
Oh, is it alright for me to post your Instagram link?
Yeah, you can do that. I'm almost close to 400 followers, which is actually insane in my opinion.
Ooh, y'all, get Eros here to 400, y'all.
It's like insane. I've never seen that number before on like a social media account other than Twitch. Which Twitch be considered as a social media account? Or no?
I call it just a content creating platform.
Oh, you're right. It is. It is.
I like this one photo right here when you were at the maid and butler cafe.
Which one? There's several.
The one where you're cosplaying Ningguang.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's great. That one is great. That one was fun. Somebody suggested that I should just be like, they're like, hey, what if we all just bow down to you? I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Oh my gosh.
And
have you seen that video where someone cosplayed a Primo gem and then all the Genshin cosplayers were like worshipping it?
yeah, I seen the TikTok and I seen the photo. It was great.
Yo, I want to do that for anime thought. I'm gonna just like,
want-
but I'm gonna make it so scuffed. It's gonna be a cardboard cutout, and I stick my head through. I'm just like, I'm a
you know
Primo
what?
gem.
What I want to do is that I want to cosplay as Paimon.
I want to cosplay Paimon too, so I can go
I
up to
just want to be
people.
annoying.
Yeah, I want to be. I can go up to people and be like, "Kendadeo!"
I could totally like be like angry about everything too. I think, but she's so cute. But I also want to cosplay several others though.
Ooh, that goes to my next question. What is your dream cosplay?
I have so many on my list. I want to cosplay Bayonetta.
Bayonetta?
But people would be like, "You're emergency food." Yeah, that makes me sad, but that's okay. We'll just go hide somewhere so that we won't be emergency food, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what was I saying? My dream? I don't have like a specific dream cosplay because I have so many I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
The number one I want to do is basically Bayonetta. So.
Ooh, I see,
Yeah.
I see.
I want to cosplay Bayonetta, but I mean, I have a massive list right now.
Mm.
Yeah. My next one's gonna be Ayato. So
Ooh.
this would be fun. I wanna cosplay Home from like the Isekai anime where he got isekai'd into the normal world. It's a recent anime. It's your boy Koming. That one.
I think I heard of it.
It's one where how do I explain it?
It's all
How do I
good.
explain- I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's fun to watch, and I'm like, great. So I want to cosplay him.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to cosplay Yunjin from Genshin, and what other one?
So many Genshin.
Maybe Yelan, but I want to cosplay Shenghe too.
Ooh, I
It's
think
like-
you'd make a great Shenhe, judging by your Ningguang.
It may be like that tier of characters,
The Dommy Mommies.
basically. I just by accident, okay? I just decided to cosplay like mommies, basically. I'm like, cool. So this is my trending list of characters. I only cosplay mommy characters. Time to rebrand. So
Sorry, mommy. Sorry, mommy. Sorry, mommy.
that's gonna make so much more sense. Oh my god. I realized that when I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should cosplay Jean too. And somebody called her Animal Mommy. I'm like, oh my lord, no way. It's sus. I'm like, yeah. There's also one to cosplay Your Forger, and I'm like, okay, I should just find a better list of characters to cosplay, but I have not. So, that's it.
It's all good.
I mean, yeah. I think that's all I can remember off the top of my head. I mean, I always want to cosplay like characters from Dynasty Warriors, but I'm too fucking lazy to make them. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, if you cosplay Yor, I want to cosplay Anya with you then.
Yeah, you could do that.
Laku.
I haven't finished it yet because I'm like so behind, but
I think I need to watch the newest episode.
I definitely need to. I mean, I'm not caught up yet, that's for sure. But I definitely, when I saw Your Forger, I'm like, yeah, I want to cosplay you. Yeah. That's good. I also love her dress, too.
Mm-hmm.
I was not interested in, like, Yai Miyuko or, like, any of those girls. I mean, nah, those weren't it. I was just like, nah, I want to cosplay Ningguang, and that's, like, it. But Yeah, I do have a list.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question is, do you have a favorite con memory?
I can't figure out any.
It can just be a really good memory too. Doesn't have to be a favorite.
I'm trying to think of it. That's what I'm trying to like figure out. Oh man. I actually now I remember it. I remember this one very, very well because like when I went to Oda Festival the very first year. Which is right when they decided to switch over to the Telus Convention Center. I cosplayed Tachibana Marika from Nisukoi, the orange hair girl. And my favorite thing about cosplaying and like having people say hi to you as that character.
Yes.
I had a few people that recognized Marika and they were so happy to see her. That was great because every single time they saw me, they were always like, hi. They always say hi to me because like I was their favorite character. And it's just like, that's great. I'm somebody's character brought to life. And I guess that's why I just like to do cosplaying. And I think about it because like when people see you as that character and they're like, wow, you look like very much like that character that I really like. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite memory as far as I know.
Oh, wait, speaking of like recognizing stuff. This is like kind of like off topic, but like, do you want to cosplay a Valorant agent?
Sage.
Yo,
Because she's
can we do a Valorant group cosplay? I tried Killjoy, so like, yeah.
I wanted to do Sage because I'm like, oh, nobody really wants to be Sage, but I also wanted a cosplay chamber. I can figure out ways to do it in my own way. I also want to cosplay Cypher, but I really don't know how I do in a suit where I have to cover my face and everything. That's like so much work, quite frankly. So
a bandana over your face.
Yeah.
The cowboy hat. You just get a really, really big cowboy hat that covers your eyes.
Oh my god. I could do that. Like, cause I'm actually a Cypher main. I'm not a Sage main. I only became I guess became a Sage main because nobody else wanted to play Sage.
What? I thought everybody wants to play Sage. There's like insta-lock people who play Sage.
Yeah, but that's because they're duos. They're insta-lock duos. And I personally, I don't enjoy playing Sage all the time. I only enjoyed it recently because, I mean, nobody else is getting healed, and I'm like, my aim has been really crappy lately. So, I've been playing Sage as a support because Cypher's not the best right now, but also I think it's because my aim sucks so much.
Yo, same.
That
my aim sucks too.
Like, I found the bug again. Okay. That like I have to. Sorry. There we go. It's dead now. I basically just have to be support now. I am the pocket sage. That's all I'm doing. I'm pocket staging for my entire team because the guys I play with, they all play duelist or somebody, and I've been pocket staging everybody. Like they're Reynas or Jets or Neons. I mean, they play Chambers. I don't really get, and sometimes we do get a Sky, which is nice. Because then I can heal the Sky. I'm a pocket stage for the Sky. Because Sky can heal everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have this one friend. He's whenever he plays Sage, he is like a battle Sage because he's top frag and he heals himself.
I battle Sage in a different way. I focus on like helping my team by getting extra kills. And that's it.
Oh my gosh.
At least I try my best.
Okay. Oh, he also he bait reses sometimes.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my
he'll
god.
like use someone's body as bait and then bam bam get the kill.
Okay, sometimes I do that too. Why not? Like, okay, I'm like, okay, how good is this gonna be? Do I bait res you or do I just like go for it? Sometimes I use myself as bait because I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm aiming. My aim is really shit lately, so I'm like, yeah, you can bait me. It's okay. Do it. Just do it. It'll work.
Yeah,
Trust me.
sometimes I tell my friend who's playing station, yo, I volunteer my body as bait.
Yeah, exactly. I volunteer. Come on, man. Let's go. I'm coming. I'm here, helping. Sometimes I accidentally bait people. That's okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good if it's an accident. This is an interesting question, but do you have any con horror stories that you are comfortable sharing?
I don't often get them because I'm so oblivious. I don't notice it.
Oh, it could be like a cosplay breaking down too.
I can't really remember. I mean, I did cosplay Lan Wangji once. And the cosplay kind of broke.
Oh no.
Not broke, but like things were not staying on my head properly and they weren't getting fixed, so yeah.
Oh, good.
That was one of them, but I've gotten hit on by a guy recently. That was not fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cosplay's not consent, people.
No, well, like getting hit on is kind of just like normal things in general.
True.
In my opinion, like anybody can get hit on, just even on the street. But like, there's a way you can hit on somebody. Like if you want to ask the person out on a date, cool, but don't say anything else weird.
Yeah.
That's it. I had this person come up to me asking for a photo. That was cool. I was okay with the photo. I was not okay with them asking me out to drink or saying that I could wear this outfit when we go out. Yeah, that was not okay. That was not that. Like here's the thing. I would not mind if somebody asked me out and talked to me like a normal person.
Yeah.
That's it. And complimented my cosplay. That's fine too. I'm okay with compliments. If you compliment my cosplay saying, "Oh, you're pretty," I'm like, cool. Just don't be weird about it. Just really, there are some things you just don't need to say. That's it. I also think they were like drunk too. So yeah, and like this person, when I gave them a handshake, it was like the first time they've ever touched a girl's hand.
Bruh.
The way they were reacting, it's like, can I say this?
It's a mature audience stream. You're good.
I'm not kidding. This is how I remember it because I just gave him a handshake, and then he looked like he just creamed his pants. It's just like, okay,
bruh.
Bruh. It was like the first time he's ever like shook a girl's hand, and I'm like,
man, this man probably don't go out and touch grass, probably.
what was that? Yeah. The person was actually really was actually sus. Yeah. Oh.
Sussy
my
baka.
God. It was like he says he has this photo program. Have you guys ever had this app where you take photos and the app is like makes your screen all red?
No.
Like, yeah, that was so suspicious too. Come like, I didn't know how to react to that. It was just like, huh, okay, I'll just take a picture with you. Lucky it was just a selfie, but I'm like, why is the screen red? He's like, oh, that's what's my app. I'm like, okay. That is the strangest interaction. Like, I didn't mind that the person came up to me and asked me for a photo and said I was pretty, like compliments and stuff. That's fine. It's just things that did not go where I wanted to go. So then after that, I got a couple more pictures from other people, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go find my brother.
Oh, you went with your brother? Okay.
Yeah. He came to visit, and I'm like, I'm gonna go find my brother. We're gonna go back to my car together, and we're gonna switch out my shoes. Then go back to hang out with my friends. I'm gonna go back hang out with my friends because that was kind of strange. I was not having it. I decided to just go and have a beer and some food, and I'm like, that's my night now.
Damn.
Yeah.
I count that as a horror story there.
Yeah. I've had bad encounters, but like here's the thing though. I'm still oblivious to most of it, that like it's okay. And also most of the time whenever I went to a convention, it was always with people.
Yes.
And like I didn't have anybody around me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so things got really
Damn.
weird. Yeah.
Remember,
Things got
folks,
weird.
cosplay is not consent.
It never is. Oh, there's a cat. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, if you're cosplaying, if you're a girl cosplaying and you're alone, guys will hit on you. Because my friend, she got weirdos just being like, "Hey baby, how you doing?" kind of thing.
Oh
That kind of
gosh.
along those lines. And like I had a guy like ride a bike in like the park, and he was like, "You look like $1,000,000." I'm like, "Cool." And I was walking to the convention, or trying to find a convention because I got lost. And one of them was basically like, I think it's like a encouraging type of thing, but they were like, "You go, girl." I'm like, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
I get like this happens a lot. This happens because like my friend, she has like a boyfriend and everything, but once she's alone, people just go up to her and start being weird. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I
Oh my
love
gosh.
it.
I remember this year Otafest, bro, I saw someone get like, I think he was drunk, and because like he was walking kind of sluggishly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone get like escorted out with handcuffs at Otafest.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I thought that was so weird. Or I remember like when me, okay, you know how remember how Otafest was basically line con?
Yeah, this year it was. That's why I was late to everything and I couldn't go to anything.
So basically, I remember this like drunk. I think this guy was intoxicated because I just remember like smelling alcohol, right? He just came up to us and he's like, "What's this line for?" And I said, "Otafest." And he's like, "For what?" And I said, "Otafest. It's a convention." And then he's like, "Oh, okay. You guys are weird." I'm like, "Okay." And then he walked away, and I'm like, "Well, that was interesting."
That was interesting. Yeah, we've had a lot of people ask people stuff like that. Oh my god, I also had this one random dude cosplaying Ash Ketchum.
Mhm.
I wasn't even in line at that point. I was just on the street. And then I was walking to find the end of the line. And I was trying to find a volunteer. And then this random guy. I think this kid's just awkward. He was fine. But he just started talking to me and saying, he's like, "Yeah, I don't really go to Overfest. I'd rather play Pokemon Go." And I'm like, "You could play Pokemon Go at the convention." He's like, "Yeah, but, you know, there's not much happening. It's like Pokemon Go is much more interesting, you know?" And like, I'm cosplaying like Ash Ketchum, you know, like the 3rd generation or something like that he mentioned. He's like, "I'm the real Ash Ketchum." I'm like, "I see." I didn't know how to react to that. It was just so random.
I feel like at conventions, a lot of people don't usually touch grass, so they're like really awkward.
Okay,
Like,
you know what?
okay,
I'm
it's like
pretty
there's a
awkward
difference
too.
between being awkward and then like being like so awkward that like you can't like know social cues and stuff.
Oh, that's okay. Sometimes people don't know social cues, and that's completely okay. But sometimes know you mean. Some people just don't. You can tell they don't touch grass. It's
Yes.
just like
Yes.
ever. Like
Yes.
they've never even looked at a tree.
Or
That's
like,
how bad it is.
or they just like, you can tell why they got no friends.
That's sad. But sometimes,
True.
yeah. Sometimes there are some people just like, yeah, yeah, and it's like, okay, look, I'm okay with being nice to everybody, but there are some people where you're just like, you know what? That's kind of monkus.
Yes, Maka
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
kind of like, oh, okay, I see, cool.
Yeah, I've learned, especially. Okay, here's a tip for y'all. Please, if you sense something is sus and like it's like in your gut, right? Follow your gut. Your gut is usually right.
Yeah, that's why I decided to be like, I'm gonna go find my brother. I'm gonna change out of these heels that are hurting my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I decided to be like, yeah, not staying here alone.
It's a
Go
survival
back.
instinct that we have
Yeah.
evolved to have.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is, who do you look up to the most, if you have anyone?
What does that even mean?
Like, you know, like admire, aspire to be like, or just like you think are so cool or whatever.
I think a lot of people are so cool. Like I'm not kidding. I think a lot of people are really cool. I think people around me that they each do their own amazing thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
like people who stream every single day and have the energy to do that. And like people who can hold podcasts like this, like you, for example.
Stop! Stop! I'm
Like
not cool. No, no,
you
no,
don't
no.
understand. No, you gotta no, you gotta understand that going up and asking people shit is scary. But you still managed to do it.
I mean,
That's pretty
okay.
fucking
If
cool.
you think about it, most of these people, a lot of people I've interviewed are basically my friends.
Yeah, you know them, but still, I can't. I sometimes even have trouble asking people that I know that I consider my friends to do stuff. And I also there's people I know I real life like again the person I mentioned. There's one that holds like a full-time job and they manage to stream whenever they can, like a lot, and I think that's pretty cool. And there's people who can stream every single day after work. And I think that's also pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And people who can make consistent content.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. People
People
make...
who have the energy to do stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. I think people who can actually top frag in Valorant consistently is cool.
I wish
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, consistently, but also they can like help other people to get better. I think
Mm-hmm.
those people are cool too. Like I don't have like a person that I specifically look up to because I don't think there's many I do. I'm not
That's
kidding. It's
fair.
not that I don't admire one singular person a lot because I almost want to say I want to like use the wording as like I've grown out of that
Mm.
when in reality I have not. It's just that I've started to see the world differently. I don't admire one singular person because there's it's not that there's no point. Is there isn't just one person that you can admire because this one person is not perfect.
Yeah,
And admiring one person, it does put them on a pedestal and it gives them a lot of pressure. And
true.
yeah, this is something I've learned in life too. Like that's why I eventually just find something I like in everybody and I admire that about them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something I can if I can try to apply it to myself, I'll do it. If I
Yeah.
can't, then I can't. Then I'm tired because I'm just tired.
Uh,
But I think everybody has their own thing that I can admire about them because I'm not admiring person to person. I'm
mm-hmm.
admiring traits. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that is something like it sounds kind of like what like pageant like esque kind of answer saying, "Oh no, you're all perfect and I love you all," kind of thing. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that I admire traits more than I admire a singular person.
Okay.
Be- yeah, because I don't often admire people like as like a thing to be like I want to be more. I do want to be more like certain people. Yeah, there are, but then I'm thinking about it, I'm like I don't want to be more like you. I want to be more. I want those aspects of you that I like to be more in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there are those people where I can say they have made my life better. Like for example, this is kind of lame, but like K-pop stars, like I do follow a band called Stray Kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I technically would admire the band itself because each individual person in that band shares something interesting and unique. And I'm like, man, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like watching them and they're entertaining. But if I were to say I admire like one singular person, I really don't because it kind of just it comes down to what I'm doing at the time and what I'm looking to accomplish. Because then each person I admire in that moment will be for a certain trait or for a certain skill that they have, and I'm like, okay, I can follow this, or I want to be more like that if I can. So yeah, it's almost like I can just say I admire everybody, but that sounds so lame. It sounds like I don't want to answer it, but I genuinely cannot think of anything.
That is okay. All right. I missed a question, I think. So,
Oh no.
do you know what the trolley problem is?
The what?
The trolley problem? Do you know what it is?
Where you choose like whether you kill like a bunch of people or one person?
5 people or 1 person?
Yeah.
Okay, so, which one do you pick? Which one do you kill, basically?
Oh yeah, I've thought about this several times. I've thought about this several times because if I had to like if I had to switch to a bunch of people, then I don't know. Are those people awful? Maybe I just don't like them. Maybe I just don't like them. Like if it's just a bunch of random people. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to kill this many people, but I also like don't care about this one person either. Why is this a question? But like it's just like I don't know. Sometimes I think about it because like it depends on like the situation, right? If it was all people I know, then I would think, who do I care about less?
Oh, fair.
Yeah, in a way, like how like if I had to choose, then it would be like based on who I care about less, right? Because like then the family could come to me and it's like, you could have saved them. I'm like, yeah, I could have also saved that one person too.
So,
Does it?
like, let's just say they're all random people or just
Yeah.
workers. Which one would you choose to kill, or
They can kill. I can kill Bob. It's okay.
the one person?
Yeah, because like then we still have at least 4 more workers or 5 more workers living.
Okay,
doing
okay.
things.
Let's say I change it up, okay? Let's say, those 5 people are your 5 closest friends, and that one person is the love of your life. Who do you save and why?
The love of my life. That's really hard to determine. But 5 closest friends, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about that. I genuinely have not. The love of my life. Damn. You know what? It's okay. I can find other people. So I could like literally just like kill that one person. It's fine.
Interesting
so.
answer.
I
I'm not
think so.
judging, by the way. It's just like
I
hear
know.
everyone-
It's just like
yeah.
it's
everyone
like
has
it's like
different
it's like
answers.
if there's 5 people that I. Here's the thing though. I'm still thinking about it too. I'm like, maybe I can, but then I'm like, yeah, do I really care though? I have like this really bad relationship with humans, like just people in general. So like I will like disappear for like a long while, but that's because I'm also really tired. But also because like I don't have many people I consider as a close friend. So 5 is a big number, right?
Mhm.
They like then I would be like, huh, what would I do, right?
Mhm.
Because if I have that many friends, wow, I kind of do want that many friends, but sometimes I'm like, do I? Do I? Do I? Like, huh?
Okay, let's say I change it up again. That one person is your mom, and then the other 5 are your 5 closest friends. Who do you
Oh
save
yeah,
and
no,
why?
I'm actually gonna do the friends go by.
Fair, fair, fair.
Like I do like my mom and I never really got along that well, but
Mhm.
like definitely I would still be like, nah, my mom would still have to be here because like yeah, why not?
Mhm.
Yeah, but then back to the love of my life thing. I'll still like maybe I'll still go delete friends. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll still delete friends. It's okay. Cause like I'm like, oh yeah, we can find more people eventually.
Yo, that's literally what my friend E-Man said, like, when I interviewed him. He's like, oh, make new friends.
Yeah. I like that response. Like, oh,
Yeah,
let's
because
make new
like
friends.
it like
I'll find new bros.
instantly
It's okay.
when I said was it when I said like was it if it was between their mom was it between your mom or your friends both him and his friend, I interviewed both of them at the same time, and then they're like, yeah, nope, I'm saving my mom, friends, you can make new friends, bye.
Yeah, I can make new friends. It's okay. I can find new other people. Even though it'll take me a long while, I can find other people. And also, I'm okay being alone. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. It's okay. That reaction in chat is so funny. It's like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, okay, now we're going on to more serious topics now. um, if you are comfortable sharing, have you personally experienced racism?
Yes.
Would you like to share your experiences if you are
That,
comfy?
that answer was so quick, but that's because, like, I definitely have.
Yes.
And it's not even, like, a big joke. I have. The reason why I've, it's many things when I was growing up, okay? I grew up in, like, a very small town of, like, white people. So
Ah, the small
here's
town
the
vibe.
thing though. I grew up in the age where racism still kind of existed, like, heavily.
Yes.
In comparison to my brother, his class was different than mine. And not a lot of the kids in my class actually hang out with me. They would tend to make fun of me because I'm Chinese. And I never knew that because I can't understand them. English is not my first language. Um, so I I don't know if it's because I'm Chinese or whatever, but I definitely had several cases where I have one specific case actually that I
Mm-hmm.
really remember when I was like in kindergarten. This kid just randomly told me to come over here. Like I thought we were gonna go play a game or he was gonna show me something. He punched me in the stomach.
What?
Yeah. I don't know what the reason was. I never knew what the reason was. That kid just punched me in the stomach. I told my parents that I don't like this kid because he punched me in the stomach. They're like, you still have to be nice to him. And this kid actually, when the teacher found out I was like crying and I was in pain, this kid had the audacity to be like, oh, I'm sorry, kind of like that.
Ah, to
And
appease the teacher.
yeah, and this kid has been like this forever. I've had several kids like this around me that treated me like this. And I couldn't do anything about it because I'm Chinese. My parents own a Chinese restaurant. If I did anything, we might not have business.
Mm.
And like I wanted to tell my parents. I wanted to tell my parents. Also punch him back. I couldn't. I couldn't. It just never came to my mind to punch him back. I wish I was that tough, but I wasn't. But like I've had several kids just like pick on me. I tell
No.
teachers and they don't believe me. I wanted teachers to help me and they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't help me. I've
Bruh, that's
had
the
cases
worst.
where I'm like, hey, can I put this instead? Like, cause like for example, if I wanted to correct something, cause it was like, oh, I want to use this, cause at home we use it, we do this. They're like, no, you have to put what's in the book. Like for example, like this is a very small case, but I thought it was still unfair. They were like, list items that you would use to beat eggs, you know? And I said chopsticks. And they're like, no, you can't put chopsticks. I'm like, why not? Because you don't use that. It's not in the book. And I'm
Bruh.
like, you use eggs to beat chopsticks. That's what I do too. And they're like, no. And it was not fun. Like, it was just not fun doing that. Going through that. I mean, I've also had like an instance where I was going to college and I was asking for something. When I asked for it, the lady at the desk acted as if she didn't like understand what I was saying. I had a friend at the time who was white, and they said the same thing. And then she was able to answer her just fine.
Damn.
Yeah. And I have another instance where I parked a car. I was just supposed to be there for like literally 5 seconds. I wasn't even gonna be parking. I was gonna go inside, grab keys, come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the person was like, "You can't park like that. You're blocking the road." I was not. I knew that. And they were like, "We have rules around here. that like basically like saying that I don't know how to follow rules and I was born there. That was during pandemic. And I
Bruh.
thought about it. There's been these are smaller instances, but I thought of several instances where people talk to me like that.
The
And
microaggressions.
they're micro all the microaggressions that they put out, if it was a white person, they would not have said the same thing.
Yeah.
They would not have done the exact same thing. They would have just let it go. And that makes me mad. Like all the time. And you know how China you live in where you are, right? You know what's happening on with Chinatown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, back then Chinatown actually was Chinatown. There was open markets and stuff like that. As I was growing up, I could tell that they definitely didn't like us. And I've had several encounters where people generally didn't know how to talk to me. And they kind of like made jokes about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like stuff like like the ching chong, all that stuff. Everybody, yeah, I've had all that. And I've had people like made their eyes like skinnier or like smaller because I'm Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
And
Have you ever had someone say, "You have big eyes for an Asian"?
some people have actually said that to me.
Yeah, I
Like
know. I'm
some
just
people,
like,
or
why?
like they haven't actually said it to me, but I can tell. Some people, people always thought I was Japanese though, which is strange. But yeah, I've had like I could tell like looking around, some people would think I would have bigger eyes than other other Asian people, and like that's okay, and I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been other I think there's just been so many that I can't pinpoint a lot of them. I just know that they're all microaggressions. So they're all like
Mm-hmm.
they're all like backhanded compliments.
Yes.
Like I've had this at the census, I've been called by census where they take all your questions and stuff, and they were like, when they asked for my nationality or like what ethnicity I am, I said Chinese. They're like, wow, I would never guess you were Chinese.
Damn.
This guy's being recorded. He works at the government. It's because of the way I speak English. And I have this issue with people being like, you can't use your Chinese name because you won't get hired.
Oh, yo, I have a story about that actually. I have a friend. She legally changed her last name to a white last name so that she could get into U of T.
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
because she wanted. I asked her. I was like, "Why did you change your last name?" She's like, "Oh, so I can have a higher chance of getting into U of T."
Yeah. This place is fucked.
And I'm just like, "What the heck?" And then I realized
Yeah.
I remember hearing about articles. Reading articles about how like U of T is actually very discriminatory, and they actually like are trying to limit the amount of Asians getting in because they apparently, quote unquote, have too many Asians.
Did you know they do this in the USA already?
Yeah, they do. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard it's like Harvard and like the Ivy League schools.
Yeah. Yeah. I particularly didn't give a shit because I'm like, I'm gonna get this job with the name I have.
Mm-hmm.
We Asians are just permanently glaring in disbelief, I know, right? All the
Yeah.
time. It's just, I mean, I've had somebody tell my mom to speak English in this country. In a restaurant, by the way.
Oh my gosh, I had a teacher literally tell me to stop speaking Chinese to the international students because she's like, they're here to learn English. They're not gonna learn if you like talk in Chinese. I'm like, but I'm helping them in a way.
There's there's a double-edged sword with that. It's true what they're saying, but they don't know how to say it like that.
Yeah, it's like
They don't have to say it
I'm
like
trying to translate stuff for them. Like they'll learn if I like
Yeah.
tell them like this is what it is in English.
Yeah, exactly. And well, actually, in my case, where they told my mom, they said she explicitly said in the restaurant to speak English. My dad kicked her out.
Damn.
Yeah, like no, like there's no reason for people to be like that
Yeah, or
in
like
general.
okay, like, and you know what? And like freaking like because my teacher said that, like students in the class would also be like when they saw like when the teacher didn't notice and like other students noticed me, they'd be like, "Hey, why aren't you speaking English? You're supposed to be speaking English." I'm like, I'm trying to help them, bro.
It doesn't. It does help them. They have to understand what they're learning first. You
Yeah,
can't, because
exactly.
I got immersed, like hella immersed, and that sucks. We didn't have ESL back in the day. Like I didn't have ESL where I was going, and so to this day, I still find it really baffling that I didn't actually learn English until I was 14 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Like that was the point in my life where I'm like, I'm still not good at English, but now I'm actually good enough to understand it
Mm-hmm.
because I had so much trouble with word problems and I just didn't know why. And it's because I didn't understand a single word I was saying. I couldn't understand the wording, I couldn't understand like the arrangement of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because English was English. I was still learning English. Nobody believed me because they were like, "Oh, you speak it so well." There's a difference between
Speaking and
speaking it
reading.
well and understanding it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand word problems until I was 14 years old.
English
That's
is
when I
also
started
just a
getting
tough
better.
language,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
It's like stupid. Like they
It is
made a
stupid.
universal language and they made the hardest language to be the lingua franca. Seriously? That's not supposed to be it. Like, I mean, did you know the lingua franca could have been French?
What?
Like the international language could have been French.
Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, no, it seriously was. Historically wise, it could have been. And we didn't get it. So, here we are learning English. So, yeah.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
have you ever had like the model minority thing applied to you? The model minority stereotype applied to you? Like, oh, like you're only good at this because you're Asian, or oh, because you're Asian, you're so smart, probably, right? Or like they
Some
have like
people, yeah, some
assumptions of
people
you.
have. Some people put that stereotype, but I was stupid. Oh, I wasn't able to take French in high school because like my class was too stupid. They were too rowdy, so I couldn't even learn French, which sucked. But I'm glad I didn't. But because that's too much on my plate. But I didn't have like model minority a lot because I wasn't smart. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that smart. But a lot of times if I was good at math or something, it's because I'm Chinese or like I'm Asian or kung fu. I had that a lot. So
I
like
hate
people thought I
like
was
cause
really
like
good
I
at kung
also
fu.
don't like it when people like kind of like belittle your accomplishments. They'll be like, "Oh, you're only good at it because you're Asian, right?"
Yeah,
But like if you think about it, like no, okay, I got here because I worked hard.
I tried my best at least. So
Yeah, or you work hard, you try your best. Yeah, like
yeah.
people shouldn't be belittling it just because oh you're Asian or just like oh it's expected of you, you know?
No, well, it's like if you tried hard enough, you would be able to do it too. Like this, like talent, like people think talent is just something you're born with, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
not just born with something. You can attain talent. You don't just become great at drawing. There is natural talent. Like if you have the natural drive to want to do something, you're already going to be good at it. But if you don't have that innate drive, of course you're not going to be good at it. Then that's fine. But like for those people who are like, oh, I can't draw, or I can't do music, or I can't do this, I can't do that. It's just because like, yeah, because some of us don't have that innate motivation to want to do it.
Or like
That's
you just
fine.
never learned and like or
Yeah, if you never,
actively
yeah,
tried
if
to learn. Sorry.
even if you're smart, you could be the smartest fucking kid in the entire universe. But if you don't actually put in effort to keep your brain working, there's no point. Because you're eventually gonna be stupid. Like you're gonna be reaching that point where you're like you don't know anything because you're actually really far behind. This is like what they call the gifted child thing.
Ah, gosh, I think I have that.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, because
yeah. When you have that
for
gifted child thing, you've been either one praised so much that you feel like you don't have to practice, and you don't get those skills to practice because things just come so naturally to you.
that was me for piano because I just remember in the beginning everything came really easily to me, and I remember I did not have to practice that much, and I would literally practice like 10 minutes, and I got like a really good mark on one of my piano exams. And I just remember telling this to my friend's parents, and they got kind of mad at me. They were like, that's kind of unfair for other people, isn't it? I'm like, I don't know, man. This is just me.
I mean, it just came to you naturally, right?
Yeah, and
So,
then
like,
like as things got harder, I just like kind of gave up easily. It's like,
yeah,
is that
because
the trait of the gifted child?
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
there
It
it
is
is.
because gifted children never had those habits, the study habits that other kids would have.
Yep.
I technically grew up like that as well, but I just didn't want to do anything personally because I hated school so much. So I knew I could do most of the things back in school. I just hated school because I just don't like the way they taught it. So gifted children needs to be challenged. You need to give them something to do that say, okay, go do this. Basically, you go figure it out. And like, this is how you figure out, go Google it, go do something. I saw this in a different podcast, actually. And like, they were explaining that gifted children need to be challenged because the stuff that they're currently working on is way too easy, so they don't have any developed habits on how to improve or get better when it does get hard, and they just give up. Yeah. That's what I learned.
Now I'm getting like PTSD to theory, like when we're talking, and I was talking about piano.
Yeah, it's okay. I get it. I totally get it.
Oh, do you know how the model minority myth came to be, by the way?
I forgot. I remember learning about it. It was like because like Asians or Chinese people mostly were just seen as like, I would say, this is the word that came to my head, business savvy. They were like a bit better at business. They were able to like follow rules. They were really good at stuff and stuff like that.
Kind of. Oh, do
I
you
don't
want to
remember how
learn the history? Because I can tell you about it if you want.
Sure. I remember learning about it, but I just don't remember the details of it.
So basically, remember when we had the Chinese Exclusion Act and yeah. So this is like around that time. So they were going to lift it after like a while of the law. They were gonna lift it because what happened was the Cold War was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Russia is starting to like spread propaganda, not really propaganda if it's true, about like, oh, the United States being kind of bad and being racist and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then to get on, I guess like China's good side or just Asia in general, the American president took away the law saying like, oh yeah, we'll allow Asian immigrants. However, they must be successful, like scholars, doctors, lawyers, and they only allowed those people because originally the states spread propaganda saying like, oh, Chinese people are stupid and that they're opium obsessed and stuff like that. So when they finally like allowed like all these successful Asians in, they spread propaganda saying like, oh, look at all these successful Asians and wow, they're like the model minority, I guess. And then that's how like the myth came to be, the model minority myth. And yeah, it's because the government basically started it. And it's kind of sad because freaking I was very dumb as a kid. Like it took a while for me to get things. And I just remember like I told people I was not good at math, and I didn't know about the model minority myth until like not that long ago. And I just remember like they'd be like, oh, you're Asian, aren't you supposed to be good at math? And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Well, I was not.
And it just made me sad because like, was it when people assume that like, okay, let's say they have this model like minority thing in their head, and then like when they finally meet you, and then like I guess like they're just disappointed in you because they're like, oh, you don't meet my expectations. And I'm just like, oh well, okay, well that's why I hate the model minority myth. It's like,
That's true. Because I'm not that smart. I'm smart other ways, just not academically, because school's just not for me. It's not. I'm just not that smart. I'm smart enough, but I'm not that smart. So
Same. It takes, I think, also just the school system's very flawed.
I think so too. Like nothing. I think there's so many things here that I could have learned and stuff, but I didn't because it's just so bad.
Yep. Or, oh my gosh, freaking did you know Calgary's Chinatown had to relocate 3 times?
I didn't know they relocated that many times.
It's the first time is because the Great Calgary Fire.
Oh.
And they didn't have enough land to grow because rent in surrounding areas was super high. So then the second time, so they relocated, and then it's like, and then the second time they had to relocate is because the Canadian Pacific Railway wanted to expand, and then what happened was the landlords made the rent super duper high, and they kicked out the current like Chinese living there. So then they had to relocate a third time.
That's great.
Yeah. Or just freaking it's so sad that we don't learn this like in school. I had to literally like look this up.
We all have to look it up. They don't teach you stuff like this. They're not going to teach you anything that, like, I guess, quote unquote, makes the country look bad, right?
Hey, they more like they graze it. Like for example, you know, the Pacific Railway. We learn about how like the Chinese built it and stuff, but we don't go into depth. We don't go into depth about the Japanese internment camps. You know what we do go in depth in though? We go in depth with the stupid French Revolution and frickin' I don't know whatever the frick happens in Europe.
We went in depth with the Greek.
Yeah, that too. But
yeah,
like,
we went in depth with Greece and stuff. But like
I feel like
we didn't learn about the French Revolution. Our school was stupid, man.
Okay, but I feel like we should be learning more of our own history though. That's the thing. Yes, like what was it? Like especially like because like we also don't learn. I think we don't like touch the topic of what do you call it? What are they called again? The schools. Shoot, it's like it slipped my mind. Like the ones that indigenous people were put into when they were children.
Those, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what they're called.
I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. Don't cancel me. It just slipped my mind. Residential schools.
Yeah.
I think we need to like, cause I only learned about it in grade 9. Like I feel like that should be learned about much earlier. Actually, like grade 7. Actually.
I remember learning about the indigenous people, but it wasn't like when I kept learning about it, the more I learned about it, the more I thought I'm like, I just think you all just are really like the indigenous people aren't doing anything wrong.
They weren't.
Like whenever I learned about it, I'm like, I don't feel like they're doing anything wrong. If anything, the Europeans are assholes. So
yes.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my head. I think if I can remember as much as I can about it, because I thought that I just don't remember. And now that I think about it, I just don't remember a lot about it. I just remember learning about how the indigenous people were treated unfairly. And
they still
that's
are.
all I could think about. But like that's all I could think about, and that's all I know. And I'm like, like nothing has really changed, right?
No. Oh my gosh, freaking. I just hate how like there's still so much like Asian hate going on. Like freaking who? Okay, like how cowardly do you have to be to like literally go up to an elderly person and just beat them up?
That scares me. When I saw that, I was so scared for my grandparents.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, this is gonna sound so depressing, but like my grandma passed away like when I was in high school, and I'm actually kind of glad that she doesn't have to go through like this experience, like that she won't get beat up because she's gone. And I'm just like, wow, this is depressing. Like I know it's like, what is it? It's getting slightly better. Like there are people like, raising money. Oh yeah, speaking of, I'm raising money. If you want to donate, there's a link down below. If you want to donate, if you can. There's also redemption reward thingies I have. But I'll tell you, yeah. But anyways, I'm raising money for Stop Asian Hate. So if you would like to donate, you don't have to. But yeah, it's a good cause. But yeah, I just feel like Yeah, well, how cowardly do you have to be to like literally beat up an elderly person? That's just messed up.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about racism. Here's the thing about people just hating other races. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's just that you're different from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I had a conversation with somebody recently, and they explained that this might be a little bit off topic, but it's generally the same route. What happened back in Auschwitz with the Jewish people?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing that's going on with America with the black people. And in technicality, if you think about it, if it goes even farther than that, it will be with any other race. Because we what they did back in Auschwitz with the Jewish people is that they branded them
Mm-hmm.
to make them like, yeah, this person's Jewish. Now, the difference between today and before is that Jewish people are white. Like, they just look like any other person, right? But black people, Asian people, like, we can't erase a mark. We're branded like this forever. This is not something we can change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just what's kind of jarring about that conversation we have is that we're living in a world where it's basically the same thing as what they're doing back in Auschwitz. There's the segregation and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's harder to get out of it. It's harder to change it because the people of color, we can't change our features. We can't change our color.
Yeah,
And that's our quote unquote our brand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how you can tell that we're Chinese or Asian or we're black or we're Indian or something. That's how you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not fair. And that's just like the thing. People don't care whether you're old. They don't care whether you're a child. They don't care about any of that. They don't care if you're a man or woman. If you're different from them, you're different from them. And that's when they just take that, I guess, moment to just do it. Like, just attack. Because you can't do anything about it. And they have power over you. And they kind of like, sometimes they do it because they know that nobody's going to stop it.
That's like so depressing. Oh my god.
Isn't it? It's just like they know that nobody can do anything about it. Like, if we were gonna ask for the police for help, how often will we get the help? Like, maybe we'll get like that off chance that, yeah, that person will help us, but like, what type of help is that? Like, it's the same thing as like a microaggression at that point,
Mm-hmm.
where you're asking for help and then they're like, oh, we can't really help you, or they help you, like, quote unquote, but they don't actually help you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not the same as them. You're not white. And people think that racism is like gone. It's not. It's still here. It's still here.
We still have, like, we still have Asian hate. Like, you might think like it's gone, but no, it's not gone.
Well, it's not only Asian hate.
Yeah, it's not only
it's like
Asian hate
everything.
too. Yeah, everything. Too.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's still here. And like, people like think it's gone. It's not gone until this conversation stops. Like, we actually will be, until these conversations stop happening, until we actually all just decide this person's a person. They're not black, they're not like whatever. It's like, this person is the same as any other person. They're just from a different culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. We still have like a fuck ton of time to go with that. And yeah, I'm like, I don't know what else to say. We're just not there yet because people are just getting harassed whether they're a kid, they're old, or they're a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they look different from you. Or people still say stuff like, go back to your own country. Like, no, that's not, that shit's still happening. And I don't know what else to say about it. Sometimes even when I walk outside, sometimes I get a little bit scared because I don't know how people are going to react, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if this person's suddenly going to be like, they're mad one day and they decide to be mad at me. because I'm
Yeah.
Chinese or something. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I live in perpetual fear all the time, but sometimes that thought comes to my mind
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
walking
yeah, yeah, for
around.
sure, for sure. I
So,
have the same feeling because it's like, okay, here's the big thing. I'm already always scared of like was it like when I go out, like I'm always scared like something's gonna happen, right? Like, or sometimes the thought occurs to me. But now to be worried that someone's gonna attack me because of my race, like that should not be a thing.
oh, I've always been scared of that because my parents that kind of instilled that into me since I was younger.
Oh my gosh.
Because but because probably my dad's been through it. Like he's
No, that's
like
so sad.
it's probably that's the reason why some parents will say you got to be careful of this or you got to do this, you got to do that in order to be more quote unquote seen as white. And I'm like, no. I don't want to be seen as white. I just want to be seen as myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not I don't need them to see me as a Chinese person. They like here's the thing. I know I'm a Chinese person. You don't have to remind me. But I'm just from a different culture. In reality, we're all literally just skin and bones. We're all literally the same skeletons
Mm-hmm.
inside. We're like that's all we are. And that sounds so lame. I bet everybody's been saying that a lot, but it's true though. Like there's literally not that much difference from person to person except for our mindsets that we grew up with. And that's what society tells us. Society tells us that Chinese don't go buy Chinese items because they're like cheap or whatever. Don't go buy this or don't go to this place because like they're not made, they're not good for you, or they make you sick, or like some dumb shit like
Oh,
that.
do you know how the whole MSG, speaking of, do you know how that happened?
It happened because some person put into the paper,
Yep.
uh, yeah, that it was making him sick,
Yeah. Chinese
even though it
restaurant
was
syndrome.
yeah, like no, people still like don't like MSG in their food, and honestly, too much is not good.
It's
Trust
yeah,
me,
honestly too much
it's
is
not
not
good.
good, but think about it, but like yeah, too much of anything is not good enough. Good for you, sorry. But like I think it's so dumb that like people have this like fear of MSG. It's harmless. It's a harmless spice that makes
It's
things
it's
taste
like
good.
salt.
It's salt. It is basically
It's basically
salt.
salt. That's
Yes.
literally what it translates into.
And not only
So
that, but a lot of like potato chip companies, like not even Chinese restaurants, but like Pringles and Doritos, they use a heck ton of MSG. And you don't see people saying like, oh, Pringles make me sick or oh, Doritos make me sick. Nah, man. If you you don't see people saying that because they're racist.
yeah. Oh, did you know also tomatoes have MSG in it
Yep,
naturally?
tomatoes and mushrooms and
Yeah.
seaweed.
Yeah. That's where we get the umami flavor from.
Yep.
I was afraid of MSG until I saw Uncle Roger.
Uncle
Oh my god,
Roger.
Uncle Roger endorses MSG every day.
Yep. He's like,
Every
MSG,
day.
good for your soul.
MSG, good for you, good for soul, good for everything.
We can talk in this accent, by the way, because we're Chinese, okay? Or Asian.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're like any other race, do not talk in this accent.
I if somebody else wasn't Chinese and they still did it, I would laugh, quite frankly, because if we're joking around, I'm like, hey, whatever. But if you actually purposely make fun of me, I'm like, no, you gotta stop right there.
Yeah, there's
don't
a
have the
fine
right.
line.
Yeah, just don't. It'd be fine.
Yeah, or there's like that fine line of cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation.
I think a lot of people mistake cultural appreciation for cultural appropriation, and it's usually the white people that think it's a cultural appropriation.
Yeah! Like, some
It's so
people are
strange.
genuinely, like, they appreciate the culture. But, like, here's the thing. There are, but we can also call out people who are, like, appropriating it, too, at the same
Oh,
time.
definitely, yeah. But like most of the time, people who like quote unquote just like or not quote unquote people who just wear a kimono. I'm not kidding. They just want to because they're like, I think it's pretty and I like this about the culture and I want to try wearing one. Some random ass person on the internet, they're like, that's cultural appropriation. You can't do that. I'm like, they're just wearing clothes. That's it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that as long as they're not making fun of the outfit or anything and
Yeah.
they just want to wear it. Go ahead. Like, did you know the Avril Lavigne Hello Kitty song?
Yeah.
Did you see a controversy around that, like about her
Kind of.
cultural appropriating?
Kind of.
So they think that she was culturally appropriating because of all the themes in her music video, and there was nothing wrong with any of it.
Like, wasn't she just showing her appreciation? Like, I thought she just
she just liked
stuff.
Japan.
Yeah,
that was it. She just liked to eat sushi and drink sake and like
the cute stuff
and like all that stuff. Like walking around Japan and stuff. Like a lot of the Japanese people were like, I like this. I'm glad Avril Lavigne is here enjoying herself in Japan and enjoying the food and everything. And she made a music video in Japan. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, that is pretty fucking cool. So like, I never saw... I know I'm not Japanese, but like, I just don't see the issue with like that stuff, personally. Like, as long as it's not like clearly making fun of it, like, I think it's fine. And I think people... What?
Oh, no, you can continue.
I don't remember anymore.
Oh no, I'm sorry!
No, it's okay.
I also think a big problem is, when people romanticize another culture, like, they like, oh, like, Korea and Japan, like, especially, like, that's a big problem, right? They're just like, oh my gosh, Korea and Japan are so, like, cool, and just, I want to live there, and just, like, be surrounded by anime and K-pop or whatever, and I'm just like, bro, do you not know, like, the issues they have? They got so many issues, bro.
I mean, it's still not bad living there, but like...
It's not bad living there, yeah, but like, they got a lot of issues in society.
Like, it can be bad depending on how you see it.
Yes.
Because if you've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of YouTubers talking about it, they be like talking about how hard it is to get a bank account.
Yes.
And like signing up for things and stuff like that as a foreigner.
Yep.
Like,
Dice and Emily were talking about that.
Yeah, and it's just... There's still a lot of issues going on over there. Like,
they're
not
work
used to it.
culture is really bad.
Oh yeah, the work culture is awful. But like, things are changing, especially Korea's trying. Korea's probably making a larger stride than some other countries. They're trying harder, in my opinion. Why I say that is because there are some other countries that are very similar to Korea where the, I guess, like, misogyny still exists quite a bit. And Korea's trying to get out of that. It's still taking a very long time.
Yeah.
But they're making progress, which is good.
Yep.
And for homogenized countries like that, I understand it's not an excuse. It's not a good excuse to be ignorant. But the reality is they are ignorant. And sometimes the only way that we can make progress if we can be a little bit more patient with a homogenized country like that. Because they're only used to seeing Japanese people or like Korean people. They're only used to seeing people of their kind, like of their culture there. And sometimes we can't fully blame them for not being too blunt about what they think about other cultures and what they see about people from like those who are vastly different from other cultures. We can't fully blame them, but we gotta learn to like understand that they are ignorant and they just need to be educated. And we can't always be so harsh on them for that. But yeah, everything that we're saying is understandable. It's still not an excuse. It really is not an excuse. But we still got to be more patient in teaching them and showing them that, hey, my culture is like this. It's not what you think it is, kind of thing. And like allow them to be curious about it. It might seem incredibly rude. Yes, having somebody just come up and touch your hair or your face or something is incredibly rude. You are allowed to say that. Or take a picture
of you without asking.
Oh yeah, no, people already do that with me anyways when I'm in cosplay. It's just like people still do that regardless too. Like, yeah, it's still not a good reason, but like it's okay to say, hey, you should not be doing that. Like, let me tell you why. And like, I think some people really just are a bit too mean about it. That's just me. Maybe because like I grew up in a world where nobody taught me anything too. I lived under a rock basically. And yeah, it sounds like I'm defending people like that, but I'm not. I'm just saying we actually have to be a little bit nicer to everybody else. And we're just not doing that. We're all too busy being angry or like thinking they're harming me. Yeah, they are harming you, but you're allowed to tell them that. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's my ramble about it. Yeah.
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 Well, I think that's all of my questions. Does chat have any more questions? Oh yeah, and do you have any socials you would like to promote?
Oh yeah, I don't really use social media, but I'm 99% of the time on Instagram. I do have a Twitter, which is of the same name, ErozKraun. Like, if you want to see cosplays, just go follow my Instagram. There's stuff there. Um, also my like next convention is gonna be Animathon.
Hey, I'll be
Yeah,
there.
I'm working there. I'm working there at the Butler Cafe. Please come to Butler Cafe. Um, Twitter, I literally just spend most of my time on Twitter just blabbing about how bored I am at work or how like stupid people are at work or like I get yeah, there's some weird shit. I do have a Twitch. I do occasionally stream. So when I stream again, that's of the same name. I literally don't use any other name. Yes, I do not have a YouTube. I'm too fucking tired and lazy to make a YouTube video,
Oh,
so
bro. I think everyone knows this in my chat, but like, man, I promised I'd post the VODs about all the podcasts, and I'm very, very slowly doing that, but man, I hate editing so much, bro.
editing kind of
Editing's the
sucks
worst.
sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, clap, clap. I love that emoji so much. I just like any emoji. I don't know how to animate the emojis. I don't know what to use to do it.
A lot of people just commission people to do it.
Oh man, I would. It's so cute.
Anyways,
Oh,
thank you for your time.
thank you for inviting me. It's
This
nice to have.
podcast would not be possible without you and all my other guests and
Yay.
chat. Thank you all.
Yay.
I think
It was fun.
I don't know if I'm having more guests because a lot of people have been rescheduling, but yeah.
Yeah, I had to reset. I actually wanted to do it that day, but like, you know, LineCon, I did not expect that to happen.
Me neither. I don't
So-
think anyone was. But thank
Yeah.
you so much. Okay.
Thank
go
you
to
too.
the podcast title. Okay, I will see you later. Or
Bye.
I guess Animathon or next stream.
Yeah.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.